Okay, I didn't hit the go live button. So that was fun. Let's see what our routing is here. FMMI, that's correct. Okay, well, welcome to an impromptu early morning flight in a DC-6. I had a whole stream countdown going, and I completely forgot to hit the go live button. So let's get this thing booted up before we waste any more time.
6, 9, 12.
Alright. We looking good on 3 here. Let's keep our manifold pressure around 1000s. Or 10 inches, I guess is what it actually is. Okay, let's get all of our stuff booted up quick here. Quick. Not trying to waste time. There we go. Yeah, so like I was saying before I forgot to hit live, I've got a dentist appointment at 1:30 and it's currently 10 o'clock. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a really quick flight here. Just kind of get more flying done in the DC-6 here because I need to learn it more and have some fun. I really do like flying this plane a lot. The only thing that I'm not certain on is the before start and after landing stuff. But we can learn that. Alright, let's get our selector over to 2, fuel booster on to 2. Let's get it booted up.
6, 9, 12.
Boost it. Let's come down here. Alright, let's tone that down. Okay, last engine start. I don't know why that clicked like that.
3, 6, 9, 12.
Alright, that looks like 4 good engines to me. Alright, after start, our fuel booster pumps. Water injection is off. I've got a checklist over here. Let's see, battery select goes to... Okay, so fuel booster pumps. We're off on the engine starter selector. Which button was that? Okay, so these guys are off. Engine starter selector comes off. We go to ground power, turn off the ground power. Guess we don't have any fuel in the plane. That doesn't make sense. Hydraulic power. Let's see. Hydraulic power. Check. Cowl flaps. Check. Full open. We are. Gust lock. Oh, hold on. I think I just bricked it. I just disconnected all our power. We'll just do this.
Selected boost pumps. Off and off. Battery switch. Plane battery. Generators and inverters. Checked and on. Emergency lights. Armed. Ground power. Removed. After start checks complete.
So where are my radios? Where are my radios at? Huh. So I don't have any radio power. That's not good. gust lock. Let's check our controls. They're good. Engine instruments check. Flight controls check. ATC check. EFB disconnect. This is confusing because our battery's on, our master power is off, and we've got generators on our engines, so why don't I have battery power? That's my issue. Turn that on. What in the world? That's not good if we can't use our radios to fly. I must have screwed something up. Alright, hold on, let's just set it to ready for taxi. Will that give me my radios back? Yeah. Okie dokie. Alright, well, get rid of the parking brake, get rid of the gust lock. Okay, it's still engaged. Okay, let's crank up engines 1 and 2. I think our parking brake is off. Yep. Let's make sure we don't hit the harmonization zone, which we're doing right now. Alright, spin her around. Go. Alright. Hi from Kentucky. Hello, Verena. How are you doing this morning? It is a wonderful Friday, and we are here flying a plane. How are you doing? Are our radios still set? Yeah. Okay. I don't know, man. That was weird. It was weird. I think we're gonna taxi this direction. I'm just guessing right now. Let's look here. Yes, this is the right way. Okay, let's get our before takeoff checks done here. Let's just get our RPMs down a little bit. Windows locked, air conditioning set, cabin pressure set. Hold on. Can I just do this with him before takeoff? Yeah.
First pumps.
That's easier.
First pumps on low.
Okay, so we weigh. We're doing a dry takeoff.
Off and cold. Hydraulic system.
Let's see,
Down,
so
forward, pressure and quantity checked. Okay.
we want to get about 2050 on the BHP, 27 RPMs, no blower, 53 on manifold pressure with a BMAP of 215. Okay, so we're looking for 215 BMAP, 53 manifold pressure, 27 RPMs. Just getting ready to head out to work. Hey man, it is, or woman, I guess. It is Friday, and that means that in about 8 hours you will be off of work unless you do something that requires you to be there longer. And that means you can do whatever you want for the next couple days. Watch some basketball, go outside. I know, I got all my work done, before 9 o'clock today. I had all my emails and everything done, which is nice. Which is great. Our flaps 20. Flaps 20. Alright, let's taxi this bad boy. Circle here. Throw that plane in a circle. So we're going to take off and we're going to go south-ish for a while. That is our goal right now. We don't really have we don't have VOR right off the runway right now. Here, I'll show you my second screen. So here's our. This is actually really nice. You can find this checklist. It's a complete checklist for what you want to do. For us, though, let's see. Here's our route. So there's only 2 VOR stations. Well, I guess there's 3 if you count our takeoff. So we're going to take off. We're going to fly heading. I don't even know what that is. Looks like it might be heading. Like. Let's see here. What does this say? So we're going to head off and turn a little bit to the right. So it might be like heading 20 maybe. We're going to fly directly this way until we pick up the Tomasina point. And then from there we should be able to pick up our landing destination. So like I said, about an hour 46. So we should get going here. Let's pull up our checklist. You only work 3 days a week for 2 hours, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The rest of the week I'm off. Man, that sounds like the best gig. That sounds awesome. Try to take off. We're looking for 53 manifold pressure 215 B map. We'll hold it 30 for a second. Make sure we get all revved up. Alright. Let's see. We're at 53 manifold pressure 215 B map. Just about. RPMs are grooving. Let's look at our landing lights. They are on. We've got 3. No, we don't have any lights on. Okay, let's release parking brake and get this bad boy in the air. So as soon as we take off and retract landing gear, we're going to go to METO power, which will reduce to 45 on our manifold pressure and 196 on our BMAP. So that will happen pretty quick. We're going to rotate at about 105. I don't really need to check the rotate speed on our placard up top. I think I can manage it at 105, 110 knots. As long as we hold steady down this runway, we should be good to go. Engine 3 is much higher. I don't know why it's doing that with the manifold pressure. So we don't want to mess with it. Okay, come on. Come on, baby. Come on. 105. Rotate. Come on. Get up. Get up. Woo-wee. We're not going to get up. Okay. Pretend like that tree wasn't there. Oh man, why are we so heavy? I need to gear up. Oh man, I'm maxing it out. What's going on? No! What happens? What happens? We had maxed out everything. We had everything maxed. And we just didn't have the thrust. Let's see, let's restart that. Oh, that sucks. Let's try it again. Let's try again to get this baby off the ground. All right, so our fuel is way too. That makes sense. Our fuel is wrong. So we need 7,768. That's why. $773 is fine. Our passengers were 66, I think. Whoop. And our baggage was 3.6, I believe. Okay, ready for taxi. Let's do our checklist here. Yeah, we really biffed that one. I don't know what the heck happened there. I had my max manifold pressures. And I had everything. I don't know what happened. Alright, let's set our climb here. We're going to be climbing up to 19,000 feet. You play flight sims at all, Verena? Okay, there's 19. Okay, let's get our compass set up again. Alright, so let's just so 113.10. So our first point, our second point is going to be 115. 115.10. 115.10. It's pretty easy when you just have 2 points. You don't have to worry about flipping it around everywhere. Okay, let's keep our manifold pressure low. Alright, so let's do our after start checks. Having lunch, and then I will be changing my clothes from work uniform to the gown in my profile picture. That's exciting. Are you getting married? I would assume not, but it's pretty. Alright, what went wrong last time I tried this? It's only a 5,900 foot runway. That might be the issue. We're gonna need every freaking inch of this runway.
Boost pumps. Boost pumps on low. Fuel selector and crossfeed. Main tanks and crossfeed off. Autopilot and carb heat. Off and cold. Hydraulic system. Down.
I hope I don't know which way the wind's going. Oops.
Flaps set to 20. Windows and turbine.
Foxtrot Mike November Sierra traffic PM DC-6 taking off runway 16 departure to the south.
Okay, well, I guess it just doesn't care. I don't have a wind speed right now. Your iPad, you're doing a flight on a 787. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I have a lot of people stopping by that play on either their iPad or their phone or something. A lot of people play Infinite Flight. It's kind of cool. I've never really thought about the the flight community being mobile, but it makes total sense.
Before takeoff checks complete.
Makes total sense. So trim right. That could be the problem. We need to trim up a little bit. And our propeller all the way forward. How much fuel do we have? Yeah, we got fuel. I don't know. Maybe we need to do a wet takeoff just to get off the ground. Because this runway is too short. We're gonna go back. Very back of the runway here. Give myself every inch that I need. Come on. Rotate a little too much. Okay, let's get our parking brake on. Alright, let's do a wet takeoff this time. Okay, so let's get up to 30 on our manifold. So about 30. Okay, so we want to get up to 2,800 RPMs, 59.5 on manifold pressure, 242 BNAP. And that means we also need to engage our water injection pumps. I believe should be good. Check water injection on. Set propeller full forward. So I turn those on. This should be going. What am I doing wrong here? Screw it, we'll just have them do it.
Water injection. On. 30 inches stabilize. 30 inches stabilize.
Okay.
30 inches stabilized. Cal flaps. Cal flaps. Cal flaps set. Full power, please. Going full power.
So that should be up. Single minus work all the way around, so Victorian hairstyle. That's interesting. That's a cool hobby. Okay.
Full power set.
Okay. We'll get you up to full power again. Hold on. What's our full power? It is 59.5 on the manifold. Right there. That's our full power. That is our full power here. Pull it back just a little bit. Okay. Now we can take those off. Hello, Goose. Alright. We're doing much better this time. We're already at 80 knots. Up. There we go. Landing gears up. Yep. Okay. METO power at 140 knots, and our METO power was, let's see, 45, 196. Turnout here, get our flaps up. Okay. Let's get some rudder or some aileron trim here. All right, 165 knots. We'll set climb power. Standard climb power is 1500 bhp. Ooh, that's bad. We're stalling. 1500 bhp. With 2400 RPMs and 38 manifold pressure. Hello, hello, hello. Why are we doing this? Come on, I just want level flight. Let's get steady here. Come on. That's engine 4 off center here. So I need 38 manifold pressure, which is right here, and my RPMs should be 2400. So let's get those up a little bit. Let's get our nose down just a little bit. We're going up too quick here. Why are we doing this tilt thing? This is fun. Let's get you on. Let's pull you up. I just want to be steady flight right now. I'm going to be going up. Okay. So our beam up needs to be 177. It's not right now. The manifold pressure needs to be 38. I can't remember how to do this. Ooh, that's our rudder trim. That makes total sense as to why that wasn't working. Climbing too quickly. Very elegant, fancy cabinet in front of the mirror, holding up part of the light yellow gown, exposing a white high heel and petticoats. Alright. That is something I've never really gotten into, but that's pretty cool. So our manifold pressure is about 38 and our BMAP is 177. Okay, so that's right. So now we climb up to 19,000s. Water injection switches. Oh crap, I forgot about that. Turn those off. Don't need them anymore. Ooh, what the heck? Stop. Hello. Passenger sides on. Fuel booster pumps on if they were on a takeoff and above 2,000 feet. Fuel booster pumps. Let's see here. Climb power set. Mixture should be auto rich, which it is. Cowl flaps is 4 degrees, which it is. CHT carburetor heat is as required, so let's check our carburetor heats. So we're a little low. Let's bring these up just a little bit. 12% looks good. let's check our instruments here. I think we might be a little off course. We're supposed to be flying down the coast right now. Yeah, we need to turn left just a little bit here. Get that up, turn left. Okay. Alright, once we get to 12,000 feet, we shift our blowers to high, switch engines, 2 engines at a time. Reduce 10 to 12 before switching to high. Okay. Alright, so we're kind of just managing our climb until we get to 12,000 feet, looks like. Okie dokie. Let's get that going. Still need some more power here. What did I just press? Why is that messing with my rudder trim axles here? Okay, I need to flip those. Hold on. That's stupid that that's doing that. Let's see. Trim. Elevator trim axis needs to be. It is that one. Isn't it? Nope, it's over here. Which means it shouldn't get messed with. I don't know why it's doing that. Business. Shouldn't be messing with that. When I do that. Okay. Okay, we need to maintain what on our manifold pressure through climb. We need 38 manifold pressure and 177 on our BMAP is what we're looking for. We need to make sure that we're still sitting around that. That's bizarre that that's messing with that. Okay, I need my prop mixture all the way out anyway. Right now, hold on. This needs to be at 2400. Why is it messing with the trim wheel so much? Like, that shouldn't be happening. It's so bizarre. This is the only thing that messes with trim wheel. And it's just going screwy. Alright, let's pitch down here because we're losing so much speed. Because every time I touch the throttles, that happens. Dumb. shouldn't be happening at all. Should only be messing with our, shouldn't be messing with that. Okay, we're back to cruise power here. Okay. This thing is just being screwy today. Unlike a single thing that I'm doing. It doesn't like a single thing. Yeah, like that shouldn't mess with my elevator trim at all. It's very weird. Very strange indeed, I would say. It's gotta be something with the autopilot, I bet. Like, there's no reason that this is moving. This shouldn't even move. It should be this that controls it. If I just, like, turn everything off, turn it back on, and then move the glide. Now, if I push this forward, it's still messing with it. Oh, that's so frustrating. Look at that. Like, it shouldn't be doing that. I don't know if it's messing with the... if I just unbound that? What happens then? What happens then? Is that the case? So 77. Now it's not messing with it, is it? I don't think so. No, it was just bound, and it by being bound like that, it was messing with our pitch trim. It's super weird. Let's go rebind that. Elevated trim axis. So this. Validate that. It's probably going to do the same thing now, though. We're a little high on our VMAP. Yes, Farina, I did see your previous comments. I don't really know what to tell you. that's interesting. It's a cool hobby. I have no knowledge in that field, so I can't really comment on it. But that's cool. Hey, Ian. Yeah, I'm doing a quick early morning stream, kind of like I talked about. We're trying to fly a DC-6. It's been finicky all morning. And the goal is to land this thing before noon. How you doing this morning, Ian? Yeah, this is weird. So, Ian, you haven't been here, but I had a weird thing where I would move my throttle and it was also moving my rudder trim. So every time I throttled, my whole airplane would bounce a little bit. And we had to fix that. But we've got it now. We just need to keep our VMAP up on all these engines to about 177. Propeller trim is about 2400, I believe. Yeah, just about there. We're reaching the point where we're going to have to turn on the superchargers because we're almost to 12,000 feet. And in order to do that, I need to reduce the manifold pressure before switching it on by 10. So we're reduced to 30. Let's do that now. So we'll reduce to 30 manifold pressure on 1 and 4. And we'll turn on 1 and 4 superchargers to get our VMAP back up. Goose shush. Switch it to high. So yeah, we need to get our pressure back to 177. Goose, stop! Alright, so we're 1617. Yeah, we're about 177. Okay, so let's reduce our manifold pressure to 30. Come up here and turn on superchargers 1 and 2. Come back down here and keep our VMAP down a little bit. There we go. There we go. There we go. Just like that. It's easy. It's easy to fly once you figure out how to not crash. Alright, so next would be cruise at 19,000. Wish I could be there and take off. Oh, you did not miss anything on takeoff, I'm telling you. The runway that I chose was way too short, and what happened is I immediately stalled the plane as soon as I lifted off the runway. So we actually had to do a wet takeoff. We had to do a supercharged takeoff just to get the plane off the ground because I didn't have enough runway to do it. But it's fine. We shall survive. Good night, Ian. Yeah, well, you know, I'm doing it based on my time zone. I'm not thinking right now. I'm really distracted by this plane. This thing is not easy to fly. There's so much management. You know, we keep slipping back on our pressures. Gotta make sure that our BMAP is not going too high, not too low. Our carburetor is a little low. Let's do this a little bit. Those are all at different values, but it's fine as long as they're like similar. Thoughts on the picture? I think it's a cool picture. That's all I can say to you. I think it's a really cool picture, and I think it's a really cool hobby. But I don't have anything else. I can't really see the picture. It's pretty small. But that's fine. Keep moving that up. You gotta manage this whole thing all the way through your climb. So we're passing 14,500 feet right now. All flaps are barely open. Okay, so our cruise power, our actual gross weight. What is our actual gross weight? That's a great question. Our gross weight is 82,000. This says that we should be cruising at 2,300 RPM and 123 BMAP with high supercharger. So we shall do that. What did I just say? 123 BMAP, 2,300 RPM when we get to cruise. Seems pretty good. We're gonna have to keep the superchargers on when we get up here too. Yeah, climbing this thing is a freaking chore. Like, you can't just set climb power and go. You gotta make sure you're constantly throttling up to maintain your rate of climb here. Just slipping just a little bit. But we're through 16,000 feet, so we're close to leveling off. Look at that. Sure is purty. Gaining a little bit of speed back. I need this to be 165, and right now we're at 140, which is like takeoff speed. So I might need to throttle up just a little bit here, get some more power and torque into the engines. Might need to slow down our climb to about 500 feet per minute instead of 1,000. That might help us get some speed. Yep, so we're doing 123, 2,300, 123, 2,300. And then we'll set our mixtures, our cower flaps, our fuel boosters. If fuel pressure is 22, or is higher than 22 psi or lower. Oh, we're good. Not gonna mess with that. Not gonna mess with that. How was your day, Ian? Anything fun happen? Anything cool? Through 18,000. I feel like Madagascar would be a fun place to visit. We're going to start leveling off here. Let me do that. Oh, we already auto rich. Okay. We're going to have to do quite a few things here. Let's start getting our nose down. Higher than I thought we were. See if we can stop it right at 19,000. Just about. Okay. There we go. Alright, let's set our cowl flaps to closed. Close, close, close. Let's get our mixture to auto lean. Lock that in. Our fuel booster stays on. Set our cruise power, which will be 123 on the B map. 1.4, 1.3, 1.2, 3-ish right there. We'll do right there. And our propellers should be at 2,300. So we'll bring those back to 23, which is right about there. Cool. See it bouncing like that? It's doing that stupid thing where I'm touching the throttle and it's exclusively messing with our freaking elevator. I don't know what it's doing today. Never had this issue before. So I don't know. I do not know. 30-ish, please. 30, oh, come on. 1 degree. There we go. So I didn't really do too much. Have I gone to the dentist? No, I have not gone to the dentist. I've got my appointment here in about 3 hours. 11, 12, 1. Yeah, I've got an appointment in about 3 hours, so I'll have to leave here about 45 minutes before that just to get there. So I'm getting myself I'm giving myself until about 12:30 before I'm gonna have to log off the stream. I'm not gonna eat lunch before, just because I don't really want to get all my teeth all gooky before we go. But yeah, I don't know why, but I prefer digital displays. Looking at mini gauges, it's how you want to fly that day, right? And I completely agree. If I'm just flying a plane, I'd much rather have the digital displays. Let's beam up a little high. See, look at it. Look at it freaking mess with our rudder. Isn't that ridiculous? It completely screws with our elevator. I don't know what it's doing. Yeah, I prefer the digital displays if I'm going to sit there and fly, like, you know, obviously like an A320 or a Boeing or something. But on those flights, I'm trying to get up to cruise altitude as quick as I can, and it's more about getting in the quick flight. And with the DC-6, it's more about experiencing the plane, if you know what I mean. I'd rather sit here, if I'm going to fly a short flight where I'm trying to fly lower, this is the plane I would choose, because it still will do about 200 knots. Like, it's still pretty dang quick. It's not like a slow boat. What's our manifold pressure supposed to be? Doesn't really say. We should be flying about 180, which we are. Yeah, so actually, we can get our beam up. We can go a little faster. There we go. Yeah, it's gonna mess with our rudder again, or aileron, elevator, whatever. Yeah, if you're just flying to fly, 100% I would rather have the digital gauges. But if you're flying a plane like this, it kind of demands that. Let's make sure we're in cruise power.
City cruise power.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of more fun to play around and like actually fly the plane, as opposed to letting the plane fly itself sometimes. So PMDG is going to be releasing every single version of a 737. I don't know, Ian, if I've talked about PMDG. They made this plane. And what they make is probably the highest quality simulation planes. And what they're doing is they're going to release the 800 and the 700 for the 737 first. And then over the course of a year or two, they're going to go all the way down to the 100 series. And what that's going to do is it's going to give you every single stage of technological development throughout the 737's lifespan, which I think is going to be really cool. So you could fly a 737 that looks just like this, or you could fly the modern one. Why does the bigger flights, such as Boeing, bank steeply to the left or right when using rudder in flight? Bigger airplanes bank steeply to the left and the right when using rudder. Are you talking about you actually physically turning the rudder, or are you talking about the autopilot? And there's also a way, if you're flying, you shouldn't really be using the rudder at all. The rudder is mostly for directional adjustments on takeoff and landing. If you're hitting the rudder when you're flying, it's actually usually to correct for the wind, or to do tiny, tiny turns without banking the airplane. If you're slamming in the rudder and that's how you turn the airplane, that's not good. You shouldn't be doing that. You should turn the airplane slowly with your yoke. But if you're talking about autopilot, a lot of autopilots come default with a half bank and full bank mode. And I don't know about all planes, but most of them it's on by default. And what half bank does is, no matter how, like, if you try to do a 180 turn in this plane, the thing would bank like as far as it possibly could without stalling, and basically be sideways like a fighter plane. Half bank limits your bank angle to about 30 degrees, 30, 35, 40 degrees. So you physically can't turn steeper than that. And That's usually what planes use, is they use a half bank, especially passenger planes, because it's a comfort thing. There's no reason to be banking that steeply. I don't know if that answers your question. I don't really know what you're using to fly your plane as far as directional adjustments, but it shouldn't be the rudder unless there's wind that you're trying to crab in. Like if the wind's coming off of this way, you know, the wind's this way and you're trying to fly straight, you kind of have to angle yourself. And like your nose will be facing off the wrong way, but you'll be flying straight. 1 minute, you'll be back. Okay. No worries, dude. No worries. Okay. Alright, so we're maintaining a solid, let's see, our 4,700 pounds of fuel still. Yeah, we're maintaining a solid cruising altitude. Still haven't picked up our VRR stations. That's my next concern. We're not super far out. 113.1 is our next station that we should be looking for. And then 115. So this should start locking on pretty quick here, I would hope. Alright, let's see, what is our VOR range for this? 2,000 watts. Up to 200 miles. We're closer than 200 miles, I'm pretty sure. So we should start picking this thing up pretty quick, I would assume. Let's see if it's different on this. 113.1. Yep. Little nav map and Navigraph both say the same exact thing, so I don't really know what's taking so long for it to pick up. Oh well, we'll figure it out. Only 50% here for now. Wish I could bind all these to an actual axis. So that's rising into the green zone. So we'll probably do 60. 55, I mean. Woo. No, don't screw everything up. I'm about to unbind my trim. I'm about to straight up unbind that because I cannot stand it doing that. That's ridiculous. Just stupid. That's weird. Doesn't lock into the gauges. Oops. Let's do that this way. I'm just gonna unbind that right now. I'm not messing with it. Trim. Let's do nose down, should be up here. Nose up should be down. I'm just gonna bind it to my yoke because I know those buttons will work and they won't interfere. Let's do that. Okay. No, don't do that. Holy cow. So now, if I mess with throttles, it won't mess with our rudder, or our elevator trim. I don't know why I keep calling it rudder trim, because it's not. It's stupid. Okay, that's what we wanted. Is Kansas in trouble? Possibly. Possibly they are. Oh, Jackie. Don't do that. Okay, let's check our airport arrival stuff. Let's see what approach are we gonna do. We'll do. Well, let's check out the runways first. Let's see. I'll do runway 29. with a, let's see, the RNAP approach. Oh, there's a VOR for it. It's even better. VOR. One. Okay. So we need to get down to this star. Holy cow, this is a mess. Do we have any altitude restrictions? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Anyway, let's check our height coming in. 7,000 feet. That's a pretty tall entry. And we're at 19,000. So 12 times 7, 70. So that's 84 miles plus 15. So I need 99. I need 100 miles to slow down. Basically. So, yeah, I'll need 100 miles. That's not too shabby. And back, what's new? We are planning our descent, which we will not be getting to for probably another hour. Review of PG-737 X-Plane 11. I think personally Zevo 737 is better. Yeah, I know the PMDG 737 that came out in X-Plane is is pretty old. The PMDG 737 that's going to be in Microsoft Flight Simulator, they've been working on for about 2 years almost, or a year and a half. And that thing is supposed to be crazy. The people that have the beta copies of or that are testing it are saying it's like the best plane, and that anybody who flies any simulators, unless you want to fly something that's not a Boeing, there's no reason to not fly it. Everybody is saying that it's probably the best plane. It'll be the best plane like in every simulator at this point. It's going to be better than anything else, even on different simulators like X-Plane. So, yeah, right now the Zeebo's better. I know there's another one. I can't remember what it's called. I know there's a lot of really good planes out there for X-Plane. And this will really be the first big plane that we're going to get for Microsoft Flight Simulator. We've gotten the we've gotten the, what did we get? There's a couple really good planes for Microsoft Flight Simulator. And I'm trying to think of what they are. There's one that's good, that's the CRJ 900, I think, which is like a smaller twin-engine passenger liner that American Airlines usually runs. That one's really good, apparently. That one's like the best one in the game right now, besides, this, but for like a modern jet, that one's awesome. And then I know that apparently the F-35 that some team released is like incredible, even though nobody knows what the inside of an F-35 really looks like. So it's just kind of interesting how these flight sims, they come out and, there's 20 planes in Microsoft Flight Simulator, but like only 10 of them are like decent, and only 5 of them are like you can do everything in them. Like I'd say the Cessna 172, a couple of the Beechcraft planes, and that's kind of it. Like, out of the box when the game launched, where, like, you could press every button. Like, I know the Cessna is, like, it's like you could sit down in a Cessna if you learned it in Microsoft Flight Simulator and fly a real one. Like, it's, like, one-to-one. Everything's lined up perfectly. All of the instruments are the same. The way it flies is the same. That kind of stuff. But it usually after that, when you start looking for another plane to fly, you realize like there's just things that are completely missing. Like flying the stock A320 is a nightmare. There's like you go to do something and it just like doesn't quite work like it should, and you're like, really? That kind of stuff. What the heck happened to my iPad here? This is weird. Never had that happen before, where it just craps out in the middle of flight. Let's try and check my fuel. I guess we can put this down, so we don't have to stare at it. I'm pretty sure, I can't remember how to do it, but you can walk around the cabin back there and like look at all the seats and stuff. It's pretty dope. That's a good screenshot. Look at that. Like, this is what I'm talking about. With like, look at the light reflecting off of the river over there. Like, this simulator is insane. That it can do all this. Let's get back on course here. Because I can't pick up a VOR, I'm using Navigraph to navigate right now. And I'm pretty much just cheating, because right now I shouldn't be cheating, but I can't pick up the VOR signal yet. We're still waiting for it, which is, yeah, 113.1. We still haven't picked it up. So, I was hoping it would be, I guess it'll be, no, it's only in the 60s right now. I was going to take the doors and top off the Jeep, because I haven't done that yet. This year. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was going to cruise around without the doors and top on the Jeep, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. It's a little too cold for that, but we could probably still do it. Should be doing a little bit less on our propellers, it looks like. Not stress them out as much. Shit says 2250, so about right there. Let's bring that back. About 150. Yeah, that looks good. Don't have to worry about fuel tanks. We're straight cruising right now. Ian, I hate to bother you, but you want to like the video? That would help me out tremendously. I could use it to reach more people. I don't know if you've liked it yet. If you haven't, drop a like. That helps me reach more people on YouTube. It helps my video get promoted more. There ain't no way that we're still like hundreds of miles out. I don't believe that for a second. My only gripe with VOR flying in Microsoft Flight Simulator is it just the radio itself just does not extend far enough. Like, it says that we're in the VOR circle. Yeah, it says we're inside of the range of the radio right now, so we should be picking it up, and we're just not. It's kind of killing me. Let's see. .0. Volume's all the way up. It's the right frequency. Dumb. Whatever. Flying along the coast now. We're going to hit a point here and head straight inland to the main capital of Madagascar here. As soon as we pick up any kind of radio signal, I will start homing in on that. Still the same frequency. There it is. Look at that. Right as I was starting to lose my mind. So let's home it on this. Like that. Turn on our localizer flight. And let's get it going. I was actually pretty spot on with my flying flyby map here. So that was kind of cool. So it looks like we picked it up. It's not going to give us a distance because this one doesn't have DME on it. Distance measuring equipment. Yeah, it doesn't have a distance to it. I think the next one should, though. I'm hoping. The next one should have a distance for it. God, my eye is twitching. It's driving me up a wall. Let's say 72 miles. I can calculate distance on this. Whoa. That looks like a pretty long stretch, and I don't believe that's going to be down in an hour. Flying above Africa. No, I'm actually above Madagascar right now. Come out to our Navigraph on the second screen here. You can see that we are... we flew from all the way up here, and we're flying all the way down to Antananarivo, Madagascar, I guess. My concern right now is that this has already taken us an hour and 45 minutes to get to this point, and this stretch, I think, is going to take us a long time. And I don't know if I have time to actually finish this flight, if it's going to be like that. Because if this takes me more than an hour, it's already 11:15, and I'd have to still land. Like, if this takes me an hour just to get here, it's going to take longer because of my... So, yeah, it says it's 117 miles, and we're going... Let's do some quick calculations here. So, it says that from MT direct to here, that's 117 miles on our route. And 117 miles at... We're going about 180 knots. Let's do a distance calculation. Plane time calculator. So, get flight time. Let's do a distance here. Flying. I just need a distance measurement here, because I don't want to do the math myself. Flight time calculator. Nope. Let's see. Time. Let's see. Okay. Going about 180 knots. This is for ships. Okay, so we're doing nautical miles, 117. Enter speed value. We're doing knots of 180. Calculate time. So it'll take us 40 minutes, and we haven't even cleared this other point yet, right? It'll take us 40 minutes just to get there, but we're gonna slow down. Yeah, I'm not flying to Mombasa. Sorry, not today. I might do it next week. I could do it next week. Flying around Africa is really fun. Right now, my concern is that I have to be in my car in 45 minutes. Or no, I got to be in my car in less than an hour. Pretty much. And this is going to take me more than an hour to fly. So, I might just stop the stream here. Actually, I've got to do some other stuff. I've got to do some work, too. I'm sorry we're not going to be able to land it. But, thanks for stopping by, Ian. Thanks for stopping by, everyone else. I knew this stream was going to be pretty quick. I didn't really calculate out my flight distance enough. I should have flown a shorter flight. This flight was a little too long. So, Ian, thanks for joining us. I will have to catch you at a later date. You have a good day. I'll catch you Monday. We're going to be flying around. We're going to be doing Soda's flight on Monday. I don't know if you remember that. But we'll be flying around the Middle East. So thanks for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all Monday.